Hey everybody, do you want to make a D&D podcast like us or really any podcast? Well, then you got to know about Anchor. First off, my favorite part, it's very free. It's the most free. It costs no dollars. That's sick. Second part, you can start monetizing with their monetization tools immediately with no minimum listenership. Also very sick. You can now, this is new, you can take any song from Spotify and add it directly into your episodes. And let me tell you, that's freaking sick nasty. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
Last time on Lawful Stupid.
We're going right to Riz's, right?
You'll take the stairs, the multiple stairs up to the top of this tower. The door swings open and it's a blue dragonborn. It's good to see you.
Well, we don't have time for that. We've got a scale and we need help. Come on.
Are you familiar with the mortals? They were giving blessings by the gods. If you didn't have a blessing, the only way to have a similar sort of response is to have a scale. So the fact that you have one is a good thing. The fact that they have more is not. He scribbles something on this scale. It glows like a darker black as he traces it. Who's gonna wield?
Me.
And he just pushes it to your chest, and it knocks you back a little bit. This dark magic seems to be flooding through like your veins. You hear a lot of voices all in your head at the same time. Riz says, this scale in particular lends you the ability to draw upon the strength of those who have either tried to wield it and died trying, or those who successfully wielded it, and you can call on them for help.
Great. I've got a train ticket. Let's go fuck up the K&G.
The tower you're in shakes. Riz takes off to run out to that outcropping that is attached to this level, and you see there's this speeding red beam of white that seems to be pushing up toward the sky. It goes away, and the trembling stops, and then you see Uni, the moon, begin to trickle in red as if it's almost like dropping blood into water, how it spreads so quickly around the moon, and it goes from being this blue pale color to a dark red color. And you step out into this balcony, which I call an outcropping, but it is a balcony.
Outcropping.
And you see that the streak of light has gone up toward the moon and has encompassed Unith. The more full moon has a tiny sliver missing from it, has turned it into a dark red, which has kind of made the sky around it also a dark red. The earth has stopped shaking. The tower has stopped shaking, has subsided. And what Riz says to you says, that can't be good.
No, it cannot.
Can I be very honest with everybody?
Please.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't change anything for me.
I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to punch the moon. There's just math going on.
I don't think we do, but partner, I think we just like Will said.
Maybe if you shoot, maybe I stand on top of your gun and you point your gun at the moon and you punch me and I'll kick off the bullet.
He says, well, you had me right up to the part where you kick off the bullet.
So you hold the rifle up and there's the barrel of the rifle,
get it, but
I'm just standing on top of that.
Yeah, I don't agree with it, is what I'm saying.
I ride the bullet all the way up to its natural trajectory. Because my foot's very strong. There's no way the bullet's going to penetrate it.
And you kick off at the apex.
And then I kick off at the top of its arc, and then I should be able to jump to the moon.
At the zenith,
right?
you're going to straight to the moon.
There's a dark side of the moon.
Yep.
And I can shadow step.
I think even the dumbest DM ain't gonna let that happen. I think that you're just.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can you check?
Hold on.
Can we find?
Hey, everybody! This is Devin.
Are you phoning your friend?
Fume, can you hear me? This is not Kinos. This is Devin.
Hello, Devon.
Call me Uni in a sense. You cannot shadow step to the moon under any occasion.
And you're under any, even if I'm within 60 feet of the moon already, because that's the range of Shadow Step. So you're saying if I was already within 60 feet of the dark side of the moon, you wouldn't
I
let me?
will not allow it. I'm out of here.
Even if I'm already there.
Hey, are you feeding your eye, bud? Kind of drifting off. Kind of got a little drool in your mouth there.
I was meditating. Anyway, so. Okay, this changes nothing, I guess, right? I mean, there's nothing we can do about the moon right this second. There's no way we could punch it. That's not possible, and if I don't know how to solve a problem other than that, so I guess we just keep doing what we were doing.
Maybe keep track of what's happening to the moon while we go.
Maybe look up every once in a while. I agree with that.
Yeah, Riz, you work on this problem. We'll take down the KNG.
Yeah. We'll get the rest of the scales. We'll meet you back here. I assume the moons will be normal by then.
Yeah. Oh yes, give the two who can't leave the tower the job of watching the moon fall into the play.
Do you think that they left to went to the moon to turn red? No, they shot a big laser beam at it. So what color was the moon before?
It was the color of a moon, I suppose.
What color is that? I'm colorblind.
Like a peachy white powder.
Like a peachy white. So you need to shoot a peachy white laser
at the moon.
At the moon to turn it back to its regular color.
Okay.
Where's the beam coming from?
Yeah, can we follow it down? Can I determine the poo?
He puts his hand over his head as if to like cover the sun and to like as if it helps him see very far away. He says, "It's coming from the south."
Does anybody with an intelligence score higher than a 0 know how to reverse the trajectory to determine a point of origin? Because Fume is very dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell you exactly where that's coming from.
What, because investigation or?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, this is me asking as a roll, Devin. Like what?
Yeah, so go ahead and roll it.
Investigation. I don't know if. Yeah, just do it. We're gonna see what it says. Let me see what the dice tells us.
You think there's a pot of gold at the end of that?
Dirty 20.
I think there's a map that is in this tower, right? They maybe have some scribblings on, and judging from where kind of the world shows that is, it's from the south. But also, given the fact that you know that the last blossoming where it occurred, it all kind of points back to it's happening in the same location. Like it came from that location in South Barrow, the Catacomb Isles specifically.
Now imagine when Miss B is like tracing the line, it's like almost like she wants to shoot an arrow. Eventually, that's probably South Barrow, Catacomb Isles. Looks like Nova's getting into maybe some shit.
Yeah, that is where she told us to meet her, isn't it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That is where the fight goes down at 3 o'clock after school.
That would make sense.
Well, then it means we should hurry up and get these scales so we can deal with it, I guess.
Alright, goodbye. We had breakfast. I ate a little bit.
Oh, be sure to pack some with you. We would hate for you to have to be hungry on the road.
Yeah, I'll load up.
Yep.
Yeah, so you got some victuals for the road. And you were able to... This is going to be very interesting, going back to the KNG. Hey, just for everybody who's listening, I built this entire campaign on the premise that they would work for the KNG the entire time. So now as we head toward endgame, it's good to go back. It's good to go back and visit, our roots, where we came from. So I think you travel the week south, and the moon, as you look up each day, doesn't seem to be changing a whole lot. It does remain red as it makes its way around and back to the same location. Okay, and at this point, it's probably about half moon for each one, but only Unith is red. Terse,
the other one's
is
like a peachy white color.
Yeah, it's kind of have some of that red that's bouncing off it, but it's still its normal self. Peachy white moon.
Kind of feel bad that they're picking on Auntie.
How do you? Because if you remember correctly, the KNG is obviously it's underground, and the facade.
If I don't remember correctly, is the answer, Devin.
The facade is that it's a university up front near Haven Bay, and to get to the KNG, you'd have to travel to like the elevators that go underneath the school into like the network underneath, and that's where the KNG resides.
So over the course of our week, we'll come up with our battle plan.
Yes.
How do we want to address this? Because if it's nighttime, and I will show them as I literally meld into shadows, because my new 11th level, we leveled up to level 11. My 11th level class abilities, I can just turn invisible if it's dark outside. So
I think we go at night. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's no question.
But if we get there during the day, perhaps we can
Yeah, we just hang out and rest.
sneak around to the gardens, see if we can find Misery or Dean.
maybe Breeze goes in first.
Yeah, I'd be alright.
Like solo style, and you just like talk your good talk, and you do the thing, and you try to link up with our allies inside there.
Yeah, I can do that. And if you want to give me one of the spiders put on, feel like maybe you see what I'm seeing while I'm seeing it.
Sounds good to do that, yes.
She'll hand him a spider.
And it kind of moves around, like looks up at him, and then kind of crawls around onto like a spot on his like back, where he like packs his rifle, kind of nestles in there. So what do I do when I get in? Like what are we trying to accomplish here? What do we want?
Well, we're trying to let our allies know. We're trying to get the scales and get out, right? That's the plan.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So you're going to go in there and you're going to get Misery, Dean, if he's there, anybody who's on our side, and just know that later on when the sun goes down, we're gonna get them.
You mean get him out, right? We're trying to.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think I might be able to get Rocky Balboa out of there too. I mean, we go way back.
Yeah, we could use him in the oncoming battle. He's one of our staunchest allies.
Great. Okay, so my goal is to get in, let Misery. If Dean's back, let him know.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe get just where are we going to meet in the garden? We've done that before, right?
We don't necessarily need you to meet because I have a suspicion they might want to detain you for debriefing. So we don't necessarily have to meet up. Just like if you can make the road for us any easier to getting to those scales. Brightside's lab is where I assume they still are.
Yeah, and you mentioned last time. Am I saying some of y'all dead and there's like one of you that survived? Just kind of give it a real.
I mean, you tell them we
half truths.
Tell them we died protecting Brightside from sleepers in the Sun Elk Kingdom.
I mean, that's okay.
Is that a good lie? I'm bad at lying. Is that a good lie?
And he kind of looks over the other two.
I'm asking you, William. Is that a good lie? You're good at lying.
Not if you want me to show up. I mean, I'm not sneaky, like at all. So if I'm rolling with you on the stealth mission, great. Yeah, say we all died.
Well, do you want to go in with Breeze and say that me and Miss B died?
I think that's a better play. I can be a face. I can be a distraction up top. While you guys do your thing.
Perhaps B will hand him the little device to like pretend to be a person. What if you manage to become the director and be able to get into some places?
We've heard him talk a lot and know his face.
But you weren't touching him.
Yeah, but we have to get the device around it.
Well, you might be able to be
Give me that. I got this.
Yeah, here.
I'm gonna fuck the director in more ways than one.
Whoa.
He doesn't have to wear it. You just have to touch him for 10 seconds or so for it to...
Yeah, flirt with the
Long
director.
handshake.
And then put on the collar after I kill the director.
Become the director.
Yeah. Oh, this is how the podcast ends. William becomes the evil tyrant and then changes the game.
I knew it.
As his chair swivels around and William sits in it laughing maniacally, the podcast ends.
Take that, Inspector Gadget. All right.
Ashley shows up with a Megalos and instantly like crushes over her knees.
You said you couldn't do that, Ashley.
Not fair. You said we called no Megalos.
You lied to me. All right, so yeah, I'm good with it going in with Breeze. Straight as tie.
All right, so if we're going in, just not at 9, right? That's kind of a weird time to go in. If we are,
you guys go into the day. We'll be on the outside waiting. At night is when we make our move.
Do you guys think the night or the day is inherently more or less suspicious? We survived potentially a dangerous encounter. We're not going to be like, oh, we shouldn't go back to safety at night.
Well, I mean,
I can just be invisible at night.
Right, so we should go at night. Like, we go in at night and start the distraction. I don't want to be in there any longer without support than necessary.
Right.
Okay, I see. You don't want to leave yourself hanging for that one. I get that.
Yeah.
Probably less staff on call then.
Why don't you guys show up during the afternoon, and then once sun sets?
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. We'll roll up around sunset.
Okay.
Right. You want us to head in, 15 minutes after, or send someone to let us
This
know?
isn't the prom, girl. You can go in whenever you want, and we'll go in around the same time. Like,
What's a
you're
prom?
going to be stealthy.
I never went to prom.
Yeah,
Me either.
I believe that.
It's too cool.
I went to 3.
Too busy.
I was in the church. Anyway.
All right, Breeze. Let's go.
All right, so I think you guys probably set up a few miles outside, and you wait for the time to arrive. Again, that sun has come, the moon has come up. It kind of casts like a red shade. I don't know if that's right.
A red glow.
Hue over everything. Hue.
A red tint.
It's very
to everything you
ominous,
see.
no matter what it is.
Speak for yourself. The color red is great. Very cool.
You make your way to the
Good
school.
for preserving night vision, I guess. It's kind of fitting. Why isn't the moon naturally red? Why didn't it evolve that way? I don't know, Darwin. It's not shaking out.
Yeah, evolution is not real. Take that, Darwin.
Your little theory isn't holding up. The moon ain't red.
And so you make your way to the university. Of course, nighttime. There are no students. Maybe there's some very few students. There are some night classes because people have to
It's
make a living.
finals week. They're
during
all in the
day.
library.
Every single student has filled all the seats in the library. No,
They're just cramming.
You make your way through and you walk in as if you are supposed to be there. And so currently it's just William and Breeze, yes?
Yep.
And then Miss B and Fume, where do you want to be stationed at this time?
We're gonna be outside the university, like in the tree line or whatever,
Okay.
with the little spider set up, so we can like be plugged in. Or if you want to take Summer and get an aerial view,
Yeah, she can do that.
I like it. Wait,
And then-
more
we
info
can-
for us.
Mhm.
Oh, that way, like if somebody's coming towards them, like the director, or whatever's headed their way, we can talk to them through the spider and be like, "Yo, turn left."
And Bree says to William, he says, all right, man, I guess I'm taking lead and we'll just head down there like we own the place, or like, are we giving a sap story about, I'm going to let you do the talking. That's not, and I'll just confirm whatever you got
walk,
going on.
I'll talk. That'll be great.
Yep. Beautiful. Which will we do best? I'm a real good
Yes.
walker, you're a real good talker.
I've always said that about Breeze. He's really good at walking.
I can hear you. Yep, comm's working. But hey, just so you know, when you talk, people can hear you through. It's not just like into my ear. So put it on mute. Conference call type thing. All right, and so I'm following William at this point.
Does William know the? I mean, I guess he does. He was there for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to where Misery should be in her squad office.
Yeah, you
It is important that I ask this. That I know this. William is judging people's reaction as he walks by, right? Because William's gonna walk by like this ain't no thing.
Yeah.
But he's paying attention to how people are reacting to William showing up.
roll a perception check for me.
9 is what I got.
Younger individuals that do not have the K&G logo anywhere in their clothing don't pay you any mind whatsoever. But I don't think you've come across many K&G agents actually along the way that you've noticed as you make your way to the elevator to go down.
Yeah, great. and I am doing this the entire time we're walking through this until I say differently. So we're going to Misery's office. We go into the elevator. Do we have to swipe a badge? Is something like that? I forgot.
So what we'll do is,
To use the elevator?
yeah. So Breeze pulls out his card.
Yeah,
like a card on
we
him.
use Breeze's card. We don't swipe Williams.
He says, one thing that's real good is that the IT department here does not update the roster people that have access. And so he scans it, beep, and sure enough, it's green, and it
Yes.
takes you down to a floor that you don't even have to press any buttons. He scans this, and it takes you down to where the K&G's kind of access would be.
Hey, so real quick.
Yeah.
Does that mean that anybody who kills K&G agent can just come in anytime they want to because they have the ID and they never get updated?
Yep.
IC's bad.
Wait, did you say anyone?
Yeah, so I'm out in the world and I see a K&G agent and I want to get into the K&G, so I kill them and take their card.
Natural. If you know all the things, so there should be they may have a card, but
There's a secret handshake.
you would never know, unless you had been watching them and maybe you were a former K&G agent or something and got kicked out.
Sure.
But you would never know where the place is, probably. Unless,
Do K&G agents get kicked out?
no, there's blood in, blood out. You know what I'm saying? You don't leave
that's
unless
kinda what I figured.
You leave in a
It's-
box, yeah.
you leave in a permanent. It's a
So,
permanent.
or a K&G agent could fake their own death.
Could. It hasn't been done.
Yes.
Until.
We're about to have 2 people.
We're halfway there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Misery's office.
On your way to see Misery, for whatever reason, Director Housen himself is like making rounds, but he's not in the uniform, right? He's just like in jogging pants and like a sweatshirt that has the KNG logo.
I really like to be cool and, keep the pulse of the place.
I'm just like you.
I'm just like everybody else, I'm getting my jog in.
If there's one thing I love, it's Sweet
Steve,
Baby Ray.
How you doing, Steve? How's the family? Yeah, no. Oh, that's right. We made you forget them. Anyways.
Tell Harley I said hello. No, Director Housen is coming down the hallway, and he stops and he says, Breeze and William, how?
Hello.
It's so good to see you. How are you here? You were reported dead.
How far away is he from me?
I mean, he's 10 feet. He kind of like had looked up last minute.
William goes.
It's a hallway. In a hallway, you're just passing it along.
Yeah, sorry. I walk up to him, closer, 5 foot away. Well, I'm not dead, right?
Roll a. I mean, it's not deception. You're just there.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just having a conversation.
He's just stating a fact.
I just said I'm not dead, right? Question mark. You're gonna try. What am I persuading him of? I'm asking him a question.
You're persuading that you're not dead. No, I'm just kidding. He looks to Breeze.
He's not acting certain. He's asking.
He looks to you and he says, "Well, apparently that's the case."
William gives him a hug. Oh, great!
A big, long 10-second hug.
He's not sure, and so he kind of does like the tap, like it's time, and he says, I'm so glad you're alive, though. It's been heartbreaking around here.
I'm sure. I'm definitely something to lose, but why did you think I was dead?
It was not dead, but missing in action. So we, after so long, we assumed dead. You can assume that.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then we sent out some help, and they were reported killed in action.
Ooh.
Well, where have you been?
I was on the mission you sent us on.
Yeah, but that mission was to Junga a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was a deuce.
We're gonna need to brief you immediately. Breeze, we're gonna need to brief you guys immediately. Can you meet me in the conference room in 30 minutes?
Yeah, which conference room, though? It's important because there's a lot of them here.
2B. 2A's been reserved for some time. 2B will be good.
2B. Okay, 30 minutes 2B, yeah?
Yes, and I'll go get Agent Sly together, and we'll be back in there in no time.
Perfect. All right.
And he says, I'm so glad you guys are safe.
Yeah, me too. It's a fucking doozy.
Oh, have you seen the moon?
Yeah.
We may have a mission for you, so just...
Great. I'm going... Okay, well, we'll probably need to cover some stuff in the debrief, because I don't think you guys send people on solo missions.
Yeah, and where are your partners at?
That's what we need to talk about. They're dead.
And he kind of looks down and he says, I'm so sorry, William.
Thank you.
I'll see you in 30 minutes. And he leaves, turns to leave.
I let him go. We go to Misery's office.
You go to... You know where your rooms were, where you all kind of use that same door that opens and you go into your room? It's the same door everybody uses for their room, but you're able to buzz her to be able to see her.
Sure.
And so you buzz her door, and for a moment there's no answer. Yes, what can I do for... And she opens the door, and as she sees you and Breeze, is speechless.
We step in. Like, there is no waiting. We step in.
You are not able to, but Breeze is. You are not of the rank yet to be able to do that. To go into somebody else's room.
Hey, invite me in. Come on now.
And she's still speechless. She she looks over the pad in her room, and she slides her card, and she punches some buttons in her room. And she says, "Hey, get in here quickly."
No, I step in there. First of all, we're going to talk about how the IT somehow trained all of you guys to change access permission, but can't.
Shut up, William, and tell me what's going on.
Okay, real quick. I programmed that caller to Director Housen's appearance and visage.
Okay, and I want to make mention, so as they step into Misery's room, the spider, like the video and the sound from that, goes staticky, and you are not able to see what's going on anymore.
Perfect. I programmed that caller.
I'm going to try to speak. No, I guess I wouldn't try to blow his cover.
Yeah, what do you want to do? You don't want to do anything?
No, I won't do anything.
Okay, and so, yeah, you're inside this room now with Misery.
Okay. Real quick, Misery. Are you cool?
I don't know what to say right now. And she goes and she sits down in this old chair. It's cushioned, but it looks old patterns, like flowery patterns everywhere.
Yeah. All right.
I heard you had died.
Are you still helping Riz?
Of course I am.
I believe her.
Roll an insight check.
Fuck. All right, it's a 6.
She's definitely, yeah, she is. She, as far as you know, she's definitely helping Riz.
All right. Here's the deal. Misery. Here's the deal. We are going to do a thing, and we're going to.
She runs up and hugs you. As you're saying
thanks.
that.
I hug her back.
So glad you're safe. We had heard you had died, and I thought, not again. Not agents that I had bonded with so much.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Appreciate that. It's good to see you. But more importantly, I have a meeting for 20 minutes, in 20 minutes with Director Housen and Agent Sly. Also, real quick, where are the dragon scales? And has Dr. Ryan shown back up? Has he been around recently?
No, he's been gone for a while. He's missing.
Excellent, great. So that still
Why
tracks.
great? That's not great.
Nope, it's fine. He's dead. Also, scales?
What do you mean?
Still in his laboratory, right?
I don't. This is too much. Listen,
That's not
what
too
do
much.
you mean he's dead?
You're acting like a frail old woman. You're
I am a frail old woman. That's why I'm retiring
agent.
here at the KNG.
What do you mean? Okay, that's weird.
The benefits are great.
Dr. Ryan's bad. You told me it was bad.
I know, but what do you mean?
Great.
He's dead.
He's dead. What do you mean? What do I mean? He's dead. He's gone. He's on to the next level of life. He has been removed from life. I have unalived him. Oh, well, I didn't do it. But he's dead.
And so she kind of like holds her head and she says, okay, well, what are you going to say to the director? Where's
Don't worry about the
Beatrice
director.
and Lucian?
Yeah, okay, well, listen. It depends.
On what?
What do you mean, where? Well, just how important things are. Let's focus. We have a limited amount of time. We need to go meet Director Townsend and Agent Sly. And I'm going to need your help. Because we're going to need to get to that laboratory. And I have a plan.
Okay.
Yes, great. Do you think we can get Agent Sly out of the room at some point?
Oh, I don't know.
From Breeze and I?
She's very particular.
What if you say you had reports in your room that Sly could accompany you to go get?
I think I could pull it out, maybe, perchance, but why that?
Because I'm going to need to subdue Director Housen to become
You're not going to
Director
kill him, are
Housen.
you?
I said subdue. Forever.
But that's... Hold on. Perception check. I heard that. You cannot kill Director Housen. He's
I
a
said
good
subdue
person.
forever. Nobody said killing. But there's gel cells in the bottom.
Okay.
Just let him rot
I
there
will make
forever.
something happen.
Perfect. Great. Then if you're ready, I'm ready.
Oh, right now? Go to the lab?
Yeah. No. We're going to conference room 2B, and then we're going to have a debriefing, and then you're going to get Agent Sly out, and then I'm going to subdue... Why do you seem so
She starts fanning
exasperated by
herself.
this? You're supposed to be a crazy strong agent.
No, I used to be a crazy strong agent. Now I just make sure you're taken care of.
All right. Well, I'm going to need you to throw some of that clout around, and get this Agent Sly out of the room. Yeah?
She takes a deep breath.
Breeze, finger guns if
Okay.
you're on board.
He's like, all right.
All right. Let's go.
One thing we love at Lawful Stupid, among the other things we love at Lawful Stupid, is spreading the word about your business. Or maybe you want to tell your sweet, sweet grandma that you love her for the world to hear. We want to give you that chance. If you're a business and want to get your services on the air, or just want to tell a loved one a personal message, head on over to lawfulstupid.org/message in a bottle. There you can take around 250 words to say what you want. Business ads are $20. Personal ads are $10. Tell the world what you have to hear with Lawful Stupid's Message in a Bottle. And you make your way through, not very, 5-minute walk around this complex to Bravo.
When they leave the extra-dimensional rooms, do we have feedback?
Comms come back online.
How much longer until dark?
You guys waited pretty late in the evening. I'd say probably another 30 minutes till dark.
Well, technically we can't call it dark anymore until the reddish hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you make your way to Bravo, and there, already waiting for you, of course, is Agent Sly, dressed up in her black training garb and prim and proper as usual. Remember, she is a tiefling with purplish scales and horns, and she looks very, all about the business, intimidating. And then you've got Director Housen, who he's a very good-looking gentleman, square jaw, who's also wearing the KNG garments with the X rank. They're both sitting behind this table and they welcome kind of you both in, Breeze and William, to sit down.
William stands. He goes to his chair, but he just stands like that, I've been sitting all day kind of vibe.
And Director Housen will say, please, William, sit. This is not going to be a quick endeavor.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll sit as we go, but please, it's been a long time. I just like to keep my legs, so stretch a little bit.
Okay, let's get started. So, what I'm wondering, Agent William or Agent Duhair, there's just a lot of confusion as to how you and Breeze, welcome back, are alive. We've gotten reports that you've been missing in action for several weeks, months even.
Yes, that makes sense that you would get that report. Well, I guess why don't you start with the questions and then I'll see if I can fill in the blanks.
Yeah, and so he shovels his paper. He says, "Well, after you talked to Dr. Ryan and he had mentioned the scales and finding the scales, you guys left, and then we just didn't hear anything back at all. And reports from the new recruits who were looking for you, well, they were found dead in the Mapelli Forest. Somebody was hunted. It was an assassination. It was not just, some random creature. It was an attempt on their lives that was successful. And then Breeze was reported missing as well."
That makes sense. Well, you sent us after the scales, and let me tell you, we're not the only ones looking for them.
Really? Who else is looking for them?
I am not sure how much information you have on them, but it's, I don't want to say organization because I don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes, but there's a group of individuals who has a very specific set of skills that had pursued us, and when they finally caught up with us, it wasn't good. And had it not been for Breeze's bravery, I wouldn't be here.
Roll a persuasion check for me, please.
Persuasion or deception?
No,
I don't think it matters because
I think whatever you're better at.
I'm good at both, so it's fine. Just roll that. That is a natural 20 plus 7, so that's 27.
And he says, well, who's this ulterior organization?
Well, I will be honest with you, Director. when you're in the middle of running and fighting for your life, you don't get a lot of names, but what I do know is there's Freya, Meek, and Zebra.
Freya and Meek. And he writes down the names, and he looks over to Agent Sly, and she, face unchanged, as she stares at you as you tell the story. And why did they try to stop you? Why you?
I mean, why us? We were after the scales. They followed us. And that's why that's why it took Breeze and I so long to return. We didn't want to be followed.
So you presume that someone else outside of the K&G has knowledge of your mission?
There's no other explanation. No one knows who we are. Why would they have targeted us? These high-level assassins have targeted us and other members. They must know about the scales.
How do you know they're assassins?
You said they were assassinated.
It's true, but we don't know that those two are tied together.
No, I guess we don't. But, you don't have to... If we were attacked, and the people you sent after us were attacked, I'm not a detective, but...
Well, we can push that. I mean, that's good, but can you explain what happened to Beatrice and Lucian?
Freya and her team. I killed her.
I feel like while watching all this, and he's looking over to Fume, it's like, we should probably start moving. We're going to need to get a card to go down into the elevator. Your access card and mine aren't going to be a good idea here.
I don't know. I've heard that the IT team doesn't actually ever take anybody off the rosters.
Now we're both dead. It will be weird when one of us uses.
But I mean, not the first time. I die lots. It's fun. I mean, so here's my plan. I'm gonna turn invisible. I'm gonna walk in there. I'm gonna go to the elevator. I'm gonna punch the little roof hatch open. I'm gonna climb on top. I'm gonna run up the walls of the elevator shaft, maybe jumping from side to side as I do, until I reach the floor where we're supposed to be, where the scales are. Then I'm gonna get them, and then I'm gonna leave the same way I came in, or out a window.
You do realize the K&G base is deep underground, right?
No one told me. And I don't know what underground means.
It's alright. We can steal a card. It'll be easy. We'll be fine. I saw plenty of agents walking by in the hallway when Will went by. Just slip it right out of their pocket.
Oh, well, you can do that, and I'll punch things.
Want Great idea. Good job.
Hell yeah.
Little head pat.
We got there.
Okay. Do you want to? We'll do this now. Do you want to? I say the sun has gone down at this point as the interview is going on. Do you want to attempt to find perhaps an agent who is walking around and steal a card from them?
As soon as the light goes dim, I'm going invisible. It takes me an action to do it, but it lasts until basically I attack something.
Okay.
I'm going to assume he's going to follow B.
What does that look like in the light, though? Because inside the building, obviously, they have like lights inside.
So what I'm going to try to do, this is my attempt. Because I have shadow step, that's 60 foot radius. So as long as I don't get to a part where there's not any shadow within 60 feet of me, I should be able to shadow step from shadow to shadow without turning visible. And the way that I think that manifests itself in the world is like, oh, there's dark here, but then there's like the shadow off a case here, and like a little shadow slinks across the ground, and then Fume is standing in the new spot.
Okay. I think there are plenty of shadows, especially on the outside, yet to be determined.
Especially if it's underground.
Yes. Okay.
I will say one thing to Fume before we go. It was like, you're going to forget who I am quite often. She's going to put her, show her hood. It's like, you'll not remember too well.
What are you talking about?
She'll put the hood back on.
Ah, goblin!
Not Lucian. Fume, you're fine.
Who are you? What do you want from me? I'm invisible. I can strike you from anywhere.
She'll take the hood off.
Oh, hey, Miss P.
You...
Man, there was some lady here earlier. I don't know who it was.
I know. Follow the strange lady.
You want me to follow this? I'll trust you, Miss B, but I don't trust this lady. I'll keep an eye on her for you.
Thank you. She'll put it back on and start moving.
I'm watching you.
You know what? You said follow the strange lady, and so I am.
Miss B said, when the strange lady shows up, I'm supposed to keep an eye on her and follow her. So I will be slinking invisible behind Miss B, behind the stranger, watching their every move.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go try and pickpocket, sneak around, please and thanks.
I don't know who this lady is, but she is fucking...
There are a few people that are bustling about. It seems like from the library, or they're leaving the library, and like it's going to be closing down soon, so they're leaving. So if you want to roll a perception check for me.
I mean, I can't see anything that's going to be beneath the hood anyway. I'm just going off the body, Devin.
21.
Oh, you meant a different... Sorry.
I see you, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Wait, say it again, Ms. B?
21.
Yeah, you see that a couple of these are actually their K&G instructors. So they are, part of the K&G, but they are assigned to be professors in the university. And they're almost like a part of the recruiting team as well. So you see that they're level 5s. So it's 2 levels, or 1 level above what you are. So it goes from like a 1 to a 3 to a 5.
Mm-hmm. Cool, I want their stuff.
Yeah, so you're gonna try, I imagine, to stealthily take this, correct?
Yeah, just walk on by.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me as you attempt to pickpocket.
What? The stealth and sleight of hand?
No, I mean, if you wanted to do a sleight of hand, because they're going to see you, but you could kind of be... Well, yeah, if you want to be inconspicuous and kind of double down on the hiding out, you can do that so they don't really notice you, and so you can take their things.
25 stealth.
Okay. So, yeah, they're not even going to pay any attention to you. They're in a
dirty
conversation.
20 perception. Where the fuck did she go?
And then 27 for a sleight of hand.
I think you're able to... this person doesn't particularly care about where their card is. They're just kind of nonchalant with it. You're able to just very easily take that without any effort at all, really. And if you want to make your way into the school, you can.
I'll go back to where I kind of last was. Take off the hood just to make sure. Yeah, that Fume can find her.
I found her. You'll never escape my sight again.
Wave hello, put the hood back on, and start moving to the elevator.
Right. Fuck! Now that lady's back. I gotta follow her.
And so Fume blindly follows this old lady into an elevator, and the old lady swipes a card that...
Whoa, no, he called her hot.
She looks... I don't know that she's old.
This hot lady into an elevator, and they go down to who knows where.
I'm riding on top of it, invisible.
And we swap back over to the interview room, and Agent Sly says... So she has a free check. So when did you know that this crew of people was following you?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd love to answer it. It was right about when they shot at us.
Yes, this might be true, but why did you report back here? All of your resources are here. All of your teams is here. Protection is here. You could have gone to K&G safe house.
Why didn't I lead them back to the K&G?
You could have gone to safe house and they would not have known that you was there.
Why did I lead them back to a K&G safe house?
It would not have been K&G safe house for them. It would have been... It appeared as nothing.
You should really brief that to new hires.
Yeah, I was not I was not aware that no one could enter. I just assumed that you had to be K&G to find it, but if somebody found it, then it's exposed.
Did you not get the welcome packet?
No.
Who was your team leader?
Mrs. B.
And she has it. Okay, so she's missing the packets and you don't get the information. Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you are off the radar for a period of time because this group of bandits is chasing you. Yes?
Yes.
And you don't go to K&G safe house because they will follow you and presumably come back to the K&G. You're protecting the
that's
K&G.
why we were gone for so long. We finally found what we thought might be a safe spot in Zealand, since that's where I'm from. And after a while of Breeze and I just staying low, we realized they didn't know where we were, or they would have already killed us. That's when we came back.
So someone in the world knows about the KNG. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm not saying they know about the KNG.
But why would they chase you?
Know that. I think they knew we were after the scales. We were headed in the same direction of the scales. We were getting close. I think they knew about that.
Did you find any of these scales?
No. We were close. I swear, had we not been attacked, we would have found it the next day. We had the information. My fear is that they have the scale, but we didn't have the numbers to pursue them. Nor the skill set.
And she leans back, and she seems visibly frustrated, and she's got her arms folded in her chair, and it's a swivel chair, and she's kind of rocking back and forth, and even the director is looking at her.
William is portraying a face of, like, the face he never portrays, which is, like, shame. That he had, like, failed as he continues on.
Breeze, you are a top-level agent. Do you have anything to say to this? And he looks over and he says, I mean, when a man telling the truth, what else can he add to it? And she says, Director, I'm not sure how to proceed. It seems this story checks out. But we still have the problem of someone else sorting through these scales. We have a missing professor.
The professor's missing?
And so she did not. Director Housing kind of shoots a look over to her, and she says, almost if she's caught, and she's not about like she says, yes, Professor Ryan has been gone for some time, and we're not sure where he disappeared to. So yes, things are shaking up here at ZKNG, not in a good way.
Breeze and I left all of our reports and findings and things with Misery. Perhaps something in those could help. Maybe Misery could take you, Sly, to get those?
Let's see if she's... you hear a knock on the door, and Misery steps in, and she says, I couldn't help but overhear that you perhaps had some missing information that I might have, Agent Sly. And Agent Sly looks at her, she says, no, this is fine, I have the source right here. I don't need I'm getting it straight from the horse's mouth. So I don't know if you want to try to help her persuade. She did not do a good job persuasion, persuading her to come out.
Sure, but our equipment and our supplies and all of our writings, I mean, I'm not the most intelligent man, as all of my tests and time here would persuade. That's why Breeze and I took notes. We just didn't think it was very couth to bring a pile of notes and belongings to a meeting with
roll persuasion for me.
Perfect.
And roll advantage, because Breeze is going to say, yeah, I mean, everything if you want to come over it, and we don't have to be here, you can, go ahead and go to bed and get up in the morning and then
24.
peruse at your own leisure. And so Agent Sly, she gets up and she says, fine, I will do this. It is late anyway. In the morning, I will probably call for you to come and see me.
Sure.
Until then, I would like for you to both remain here at the KNG headquarters. And so she leaves. She leaves the room, and she says, Director. And Director stays. Well, I don't know. I think he gets up to leave. Do you
I stop him. Director, one moment.
Yes, absolutely. And he kind of waves to let Agent Sly go on ahead.
So when that door shuts, I want to approach him and say, I just had a question about the train and the fortune-telling wall in the train.
And he's standing as well, because he was just kind of where he stood. He says, the train, I'm assuming you mean the KNG train, the underground train.
Yes.
I don't know what you mean by fortune-telling wall. Fortune-telling wall.
And so William takes 2, 3, 4 steps away from the director, kind of past him, and so his back is facing, the director is facing his back. William pulls from his pocket an arrowhead.
Silence.
And he twists it.
And all sounds, even Breeze is doing, so Breeze gets what you're doing, he's tapping on a table, and then you do that, and he's still tapping motion on the table, but no sound.
I turn and attack the director. full on. I have no idea how strong this guy is, but I'm coming at him full strength.
And that's where we're in the episode. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to how we could have just done this in the very beginning and they take over the KNG.
Telling wall.
No, I'm very excited to see where this is going. I did not anticipate that at all. And so, everyone, thank you for listening to Campaign 3, Episode 58, Lawful Stupid.
Hey, if you want to support the show, you can go to store.lawfulstupid.org and you can get one of the new hoodies. One of the fresh to death hoodies. That is specifically there. It's a zip up, really, but that's there because our Boxy patrons asked for it. And they get what they asked for most of the time. So, it's there.
Pictures, too,
go buy
of
one.
Random cast members doing weird stuff. Because they asked for it. Let's get it.
That's the $69 tier.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Or if you would like to support our show without buying the really cool hoodie, you can go to our patreon.lawfulstupid.org, and for $1 a month you can get secret fun content just for $1. Super cool. Or be the $50 patrons and suggest stuff.
And we do have some exciting stuff coming out very soon to tell you about, even for $1, but we're not going to do it yet, and I'm not going to tell you because Shane's going to tell you, not right now, but at some point. Just be ready at any moment to hear good stuff.
What a tease.
Know that I know something you don't know, and I will for a great period of time. Hey, everybody. We'll be supporting Paul's Animal Rescue, because my motto in life is it's always March until somebody tells me otherwise. And so we'll be rolling for them right now. Last time we got a crit. Let's see what we can do today. We got a 16. Pause.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Rightfully earning all the dollars that already belongs to them, because as I've said previously, and we'll say again, animals do technically own all currency in the world.
Do they?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. I didn't even know.
Shane's not saying it. It's
It must
correct.
be. I mean,
it's theirs by right.
I got you.
By the ancient concords of Rome, of us.
Well, oh shoot, I had a good news story pulled up already that was going to be good, and it is, give me 1 second here, because it is always my honor to give you the good news story that they will eventually just tear through. Here it is. This huge black diamond just sold for $4.3 million, and no one knows where it came from or how it was formed.
Space rock.
There you go.
Totally
it's an
space rock.
airplane turd. Like Joe Dirt.
Oh no!
Are those your submissions, everyone?
Is that, my only thing is that when I tried to Google huge black diamonds, things were real
Oh,
sketch
no.
on the autofill
Well,
until I got to the
You
A.
have to type in diamonds, yeah. You know, not.
Diamond,
Huge
comma,
black
huge black.
D-I, oh no.
Hey. Oh, shoot.
Did you mean? No.
No. Safe search on.
Yeah, the huge black diamond sold for $4.3 million, and no one knows where it came from or how it was formed.
Hey, Bon, go.
Well, like I said,
she
it's
said
space
earlier,
rock.
yeah.
I'm good with my bet.
Space rock,
And then you
yeah.
guys added to it, and I was like, I'll just leave it there. I'm good.
All right. So, what a shitty human race we are that we can take all these funds and all these dollars and all these resources to buy a shiny rock. Like, if you've ever wondered this, like, oh, this is a mysterious thing. Nope. No. You're just an idiot who's spending all your money on shiny fucking things. Also, go to store.lawfulstupid.org and buy some shiny
Hey, go to
shit.
Dice and pick yourself up some nice shiny rocks.
They go quick
They got numbers on them.
You roll them. They're real good. Anyway, Shane, what you got?
So here's the thing. I've done a little bit of research. I've played every Final Fantasy. And I can tell you that a dark crystal appearing is not a great sign. Not a great sign,
great.
frankly. We would like the ones that shine with a luminescent white light. Those are good for us, and we can use them to build airships. The black ones are the dark crystals, and they are to be avoided because they just fuel Ganondorf. I don't know. I'm falling out of my Final Fantasy rhythm, but here's the point. Send it to me. won't do nothing weird with it. Here's the thing. If you're not going to give it to me, promise me you don't give it to Dick Cheney. Promise me you don't give it to Dick Cheney.
Why is that?
fair.
Explain that for a second.
Because every time I picture him, he's a necromancer. Every single time I picture I summon forth the mental image of one Dick Cheney. Let's be frank. I spend a lot of time picturing Dick.
Even as you search for this title.
No, that's on my own time.
Huge black.
That's why you got a VR headset.
I've made 2 Dick jokes. I'm done with this segment.
It costs so much, though. It should go to the animals, not to you. Like you're
one more Dick joke, and I'll get ejected from this episode.
You just said ejected.
Damn it!
That's fine.
Done. That's it. Love you. Bye.
All right, love you.
I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, mine's way shorter than everybody else.
He actually left, everyone. He did actually leave. I don't know if he's recording his audio now, and it's just ruined the
that red
entire
button was
episode.
pushed.
Yeah, well, he'll be back next week, maybe. Love you, bye.
Maybe.